How you doing, guys? It's your boy Nando, and this is the P4P Boxing Show in association with Seconds Out Coffee. Today, I've got a very special guest. Next Friday, this man is looking to become the European Super Welterweight champion. It's Jack Flatley. Let's see if we get Jack right now.
Hey, mate.
How you doing, Jack?
Yeah, I'm good.
How you doing, mate? Just want to say thank you for taking your time to speak to us today. I know you're very busy and you're preparing for this big fight on Friday, but I just want to say thank you for taking your time to sit down and talk to me today.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime, yeah.
First of all, most importantly, how are you and how's camp? How's training been?
Yeah, it's been good. I'm at the end of my camp now. I've done all the hard work. It's just last little bits of making weight and stuff like that. I've had a good camp, probably like 9 weeks because I was training. I'm in a box last night, so I was already in training, and I've had about 5 weeks notice for this fight in particular. But yeah, everything's gone well, gone good.
It's a massive opportunity for yourself, mate, in the main event on the DAZN Matchroom in Spain against Kerman Lejarraga. First of all, how did this fight come about? And tell us your reaction when your team told you that you was going to get this opportunity.
Yeah, well, basically, it was so my coaches had a bit of like back and forward with Spanish matchmakers and stuff like that, trying to get me fights, and then a fight with Sergio Martinez come up in January. So I was meant to be fighting Sergio Martinez in January, but then they come back with this and said, "Does Jack wanna fight Lejarraga for the European title?" So obviously that's a no-brainer. And I took the fight, obviously, and yeah, here we are, less than a week out now.
Brilliant. How's your mentality going into this fight? Because it's a massive opportunity. Plus, you're going to be the away fighter as well in Spain. So, would that play a big part of you, or does the crowd not play a big part in your game plan?
I'm looking. Sorry, I just can't. I'm looking forward to it. To be honest, like all my career, I've been the home fighter and the ticket seller kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to going into his back garden, fighting him in his back garden. It's fighting abroad, fighting for the title. It's all positives.
Brilliant. Let's talk about your opponent, Kerman Lejarraga. Hopefully, I'm saying his name right.
Yeah,
but so 33 wins and 25 of them being KO or TKO. We know he's a big puncher, but what other dangers does he bring to the ring? And what is it that you I'm not asking you to tell me what your game plan is, but how do you approach a fighter like that who can hit the way he does?
Yeah, obviously he's a big puncher, but I've just got to adapt to that. And like I say, he's got 25 stoppages and 33 wins. Other than that, he's probably just his experience that he's got on his side. But I'm ready for a deal with it all. I know I've got a good game plan, and he does have his weaknesses, which I fully believe I can like take advantage of.
What did you think of his performance against Jez Smith? There was a little controversy there with the referee, but he did at the end win by TKO. What did you think of his performance in that fight?
Yeah, I want to watch that fight. You look at the knockdowns, and he was given 25 seconds each time to recover, and there's not. That's what it goes to show. When you're boxing abroad, you've got to deal with things like that. And when you're boxing someone else's back garden, you've got to deal with things like that. But that's what I mean. I can see the weaknesses there, and that's exactly what I've got to exploit and take advantage of.
What would it mean to you personally winning this belt? And what does it do for your career? What kind of doors would it open for you?
It means everything to me. Like, obviously, people have asked me, like, am I going in there for make up numbers, or am I going in there, you know, just to be part of it? Like, I hate losing. I can't stand losing. So it means everything just to win, regardless of the title. It means everything to win. And for my career going forward from that, it's massive, because it puts me in the driving seat, because I've got a belt again, and bought a major title. So people want to fight me. I'm not. In that case, I'm not looking to fight people like I'm having to do now and be the away fighter and stuff like that.
Jack, I always ask my my guests this question. Some like to answer it, some don't. It's up to you if you want to. I like someone's honesty. In your opinion, just your personal opinion, do you think this fight will go the distance?
No. I think I honestly believe I've got it fully in me to stop him within 6 rounds. So that's my opinion on it. Yeah.
Is that based on your belief in your ability, which I'm sure plays a part of it, but does it have anything to do with what he's done in his career as well, and how some opponents has troubled him as well? That he hasn't got the best chin.
Yeah, obviously taking that into account, and more so for myself. Like, my record doesn't probably say that I'm gonna go and stop a guy that's got a record like he has, but records are for DJs, and I fully believe in my power now, and how much I've progressed in the past 2 years over lockdown and stuff like that. So I'm ready. Yeah.
Brilliant. Not looking past your opponent. I think that's the biggest mistake for a fighter to do, but just your opinion on something. Obviously, certain fighters go through the traditional route. You are a former English champion as well. Obviously, the traditional route would have been to go for the British, then the Commonwealth, and then the European. Would you, if you win in this belt, would you be open to fight belt versus belt on the line, British title, European title against Troy Williamson?
I'll fight anyone. Like I said, I'm more in the driving seat than if I've got this belt, and I'd love that fight. That's a massive fight. When we've both got something on the line for it. Like last time it happened, we didn't have nothing on the line. We were just two hungry fighters going for it. But like I said, if I can go there and upset the apple cart and beat Kerman, then I'd fight anyone. I've said it before, I'll fight anyone in the world, and this goes for the show now, and it'll go for the show after this year.
Want to ask you a question as well, because seeing as you're in the super welterweight division, and one of these could be a potential opponent for you sooner rather than later or in the future. Next weekend we got Lyndon Arthur versus Yard 2, but on the undercard for the WBO European Super Welterweight title, we got the undefeated Hamza Shiraz against the returning Bradley Skeet. In your opinion, just as a boxing fan, what happens in this fight? Who wins and why?
I don't really know what happens in it. I'd probably edge with Shiraz to come out with the win, just for being a bit younger and fresher. But obviously, Skeet's an experienced fighter, and he's been at a top level, and he's a good mover as well, which I'm not too sure if Shiraz has fought many people like that. So yeah, it's got the makings of a good fight, and yeah, it'll be a good one to watch.
What did you make of the whole Liam William Anthony Fowler fight, and where do you see Liam going from here now? Would he challenge for another world title at this weight?
Liam Smith and Fowler. Yeah, I think I think that's already in the works, isn't it? I think for January sometime. I think for fighting Vargas in America, I think it'll be.
Yeah, Jesse Vargas. Yeah, that's correct as well. Brilliant. And what's your aim for? You win this out. What would be your aim for next year? What's the goal, in your personal opinion? I know, obviously, matchmakers, promoters, governing bodies always have a say in it. But if they all said to you, Jack, it's up to you. What do you want to do? What's the goal for 2022?
I just want to take the best opportunity what comes up. Like, you win a European title and it's a bit you're kind of in the middle ground then, because really you win a European title, it wouldn't be out of the question for to get offered a world title shot, or at the same time you can be fighting for a British title. So I mean, even any of them options are what you dream of, aren't they? So anything that comes up like that, I'm obviously taking it.
And obviously climb up the rankings as high as you can. Because another thing I forgot to add, why the Troy Williamson fight, apart from the British title being on the line, he's ranked number 12 in the world in your division. So beating him will just put you straight up there as well. And the higher you climb, the more opportunities. Because sometimes you see politics play a lot in boxing, where people may think it's the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3 that get the shot. Sometimes they'll go straight to someone out of the top 10 to get a shot as a voluntary defense. So you never know that you could get that opportunity by winning the title as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, the thing is, when you are ranked a little bit lower, people will look at it as an opportunity for themselves to kind of have an easy fight, or which I think probably Kerman's team have done a little bit, and they've obviously I've got to make sure that that's a fault that they've made. Yeah.
Brilliant. One more question, Jack. We've seen a few people between welterweight, super welterweight, and middleweight go up and down. We recently saw Anthony Fowler now has gone up. Is this the weight that you always want to stay in, that you feel the most comfortable in? Or could we ever see you make that step up to middleweight if the right opportunity was presented to you?
For now, I do think I'm probably best at super welterweight, and I don't really feel like I'd ever need to move up because I make it pretty really comfortable. Just had a big stake from my tea then on the week of the fight, so it's I'm making it comfortable enough. But obviously, if I did start struggling, I'd obviously gladly move up to middleweight. But I'm 27 now, so probably fully grown into my weight. I'm not going to grow much more, so I think I'll make the weight easy enough. Yeah.
Brilliant. Good. It's a good division, and there's a lot of opportunities for you as well in this division, especially domestic as well. Before I let you go, Jack, do you have a final message for the fans that could be traveling to Spain, but also tuning in live on DAZN next Friday?
Yeah, just watch me do the business on DAZN, and if you are coming, obviously the trip over to Spain, you're in for a good night.
What can we expect that night, Jack?
Like I said, a win for myself. Going to be the new European champion this time next week.
Within 6?
Whenever it happens, it happens. But as long as I win, as long as I wake up on Saturday morning with a belt, that's it.
Brilliant. Jack, I want to say first, thank you for taking your time to speak to us today. It was an absolute pleasure. I wish you the best of luck for Friday, and may the best man win and get home safe as well.
Yeah, thanks for having me, mate. Cheers.
Thank you. Take care.